Well, today I'm here to tell you why I like to pick locks, why a lot of people like to pick locks, and, basically kind of give you the rundown on why you might be interested in picking locks. Stay tuned till the end, and I have a statistic that might blow your mind. And by the end of this video, if you think you might be interested in getting a little more involved in lockpicking or Locksport, I'll give you a video that you can watch to help you get into it. All right, so I pick locks because I have super anxiety and stress. My daily anxiety and stress levels are through the roof. I pick locks at the end of the day because it helps me to de-stress. It really helps me, to kind of get rid of my anxiety. It's actually a little bit meditative. I sit down to pick a lock, and if I want to get that lock open, I really have to focus on just that. There's no room in my brain to focus on other things. If you really want to open a lock, you have to focus and concentrate. And so, yes, it can be a huge anxiety and stress reliever for sure. People often pick locks because it's a hobby that you can do in the comfort of your own home. You can either choose to do it all by yourself, you don't have to get involved in any groups or anything like that, but it's still kind of a cool hobby to be able to do, or you can get involved in the huge online presence that lockpickers have. They have tons of Locksport lockpicking groups out there on Facebook, on Reddit, on Discord, and you can get involved in a lot of those if you want to kind of feel like you're involved in a community activity as well. I actually do online meetups on my channel here at least once a week, and so you can hop on there, ask questions from the panel, and you can even get on camera and get something demonstrated to you and actually get help if you need it. So it is a lot of fun. Don't forget to like. You can also check out the tool website, which lists all the local groups and things like that are in the area that you live in. People pick locks to keep up with their fine motor skills in their hands and, to keep that hand dexterity, because it's actually really good for that. People pick locks when they want to learn more about security, okay? Learning how to pick a lock teaches you a ton about security that you probably never even imagined. I know myself, when I first sat down to pick a lock, I was shocked at the amount of things I didn't even pay attention to when it comes to security. But I do now. If you like doing puzzles, lockpicking is a lot like doing puzzles. Only, I think it's a lot cooler. This is like a puzzle that you can do that actually has some value and can help teach you some things. And it also can come in handy in case of emergency. If you're a survivalist, I think you definitely need to learn at least the basics when it comes to picking locks. You never know when this might come up and you might need some of this knowledge. I think a lot of times people get into lock picking and then realize there's such a huge, wonderful community presence that they stick around and kind of stick with it because of the community. There's a great giant Locksport community out there that it would blow your mind. It truly would. If you're like a person who likes to fiddle with things with your hands, there's a lot of that in Locksport. We take locks apart, we put them back together again. There are tool makers, there are pick makers, and there's even kind of an artistic vibe to it when they're making their picks, because they make these beautiful pick handles that are just each individual works of art. I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of different avenues to lockpicking that you can go down that you didn't even realize were there. So it is a giant, huge, broad spectrum when it comes to Locksport, and there's a lot of different avenues in it. We have a great community of lockpickers that are here to help you and encourage you, and it's very cheap to get started. All right, Covert Instruments sells the FNG kit on their website. It's $10. You can try it out. It comes with a clear plastic demonstration lock so you can see what's going on inside the lock. And if you think you like it, you can go buy a regular lock and try to pick it and get into it. You can buy a lock for around $10. So you can ultimately get started for $20 if you really, really wanted to. And if you don't end up liking the tools, you can put them back in the case and re-gift it at Christmas or something. You know what I mean? So you're not out too much money. But yeah, that's why a lot of us really enjoy picking locks, and none of it is anything nefarious. There's no criminal angle to it. There's nothing like that. And yeah, I can't even believe you even thought that, but shame on you. That all being said, keep in mind that statistics show that here in the US, less than 2% of break-ins are caused by picking locks. So it definitely isn't a method that criminals use, all right? Nothing wrong with learning how to pick locks. Now, if you think you might want to get involved in picking locks, check out this video I have. It shows how to get started with it. I hope to see you in some of the lockpicking groups. Lady Locks out. Subscribe.